Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Gemini. Hi, Gems. I'm kind of big deal tarot, and I'm here to do what's needed for your soul evolution. I'm going to wait for a little bit more Geminis to get in the house, and then I'll start your reading. I'm going to turn off this light so I can see who's in on the chat, who has questions. But we're going to talk about your pre-shuffle right now, Gemini, while I turn down this TV. I got a lot of confusing energy for your reading so far. So some of you guys might be confused, all right, in your life right now. Like, where's your life going? What direction? All right, some of you guys might be confused. Hopefully not about your sexuality. Okay, so there was a lot of confusion going on. I actually got a headache. Today I pulled the reflection incense because it is 6/6. Really 669. I'm going to burn some Palo Santo, clear this energy. Still waiting. Still waiting for some Geminis to get in the chat. So again, you got some confusion going on in your life. Which direction to go in, how to go in that direction, money issues, confusion issues. Like I said, you got a lot of confusion going on. The spirit of confusion, it is an illusion. Trust me, I'm trying to practice what I preach. I got to get out my environment. Because this environment is giving me the spirit of confusions and illusions. All right? All right, Geminis, say hello in the chat. Tell me who you are. Say hello. If you haven't subscribed yet to the tribe, subscribe to the tribe. Become a tribe member of I'm Kind of Big Deal Tarot. I'm going to be getting some t-shirt made, some mugs, all that, letting people know that you're kind of a big deal along with me. All right. I did clean the cards with Florida water. I did everybody's reading with the Psychic Oracle deck first. But because you are another air sign like me, Gemini. Hello, Paka. I'm going to start yours with the tapped in, okay? I think I did Leo's like this, and you were showing up in Leo's reading. So some of you guys could be dealing with the Leo, or somebody has Leo in their chart. If you haven't done a birth chart, I suggest you do that at cafeastrology.com. It is free, so that way you can see who and what you're dealing with in your life, all right? All right, let's get started. Spirit ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangels, show me presently what the heck is going on for the sign of Gemini here, all right? What is all this confusion? What is all this misdirection? What is going on for Gemini here? What is going on? Today is the 6/6 portal, so if you guys, all right, just flew out. That's what I like, jumpers, okay? You got the Four of Wands. That is a home. You guys are transitioning. You're trying to relax. You're also trying to get some inner harmony. You might be doing some celebrations. Again, it is Gemini season. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Right now, you may feel like I said you have a lack of long-term vision of where you want to go, your investments. Okay. This could have been 7-year process, 7-month process. All right. But you're trying to persevere from whatever you're going through. Even the cards are confused. Okay, so some of you guys are having celebrations. You also could be having celebrations that you invested in, that you waited a long time with. But for, you see, that popped right up in reverse. And that is the root cause of your situations right now. Six of Swords in reverse. And that just fell right out in reverse. So you may feel like you're not moving forward to calmer waters. You might be feeling a little stuck where you are. Things are not moving forward, okay? And then we do have a 6. So again, in this 6 month, you may feel like, again, like you might be feeling stuck. There's a lack of direction, okay? Some of you guys might be trying to recover from something that was harshly done. Usually the 6 of Cups is coming from a situation where 5 of Cups, I'm sorry, 6 of Swords. It's coming from a place of 5 of Swords. That is your energy, Gemini. So you may feel like, again, that you're not moving forward. That you're not moving forward in something harmonizing, okay? You're not moving on to calmer waters. And that's eventually where you're trying to get in calmer waters. 10 of Cups is your recent past. You might have felt that you were in a blissful relationship, okay? But it might have turned to struggles, okay? You might feel like you're struggling in a relationship. Take it as it resonates. It's going to be different for each of one of you. The past is different for everybody, okay? Tarot is fluid. It is not timeless. It is timeless. So again, when you see this reading, it's meant for you. The past can be anything for anybody, okay? 7 weeks, 7 days, 7 months, 7 hours. It is what it is. Tomato, tomato. All right, let's see the message from above for Gemini. What is going on? What do you have to say? Message from above for Gemini. Is this in reverse? Yep. 2 of Cups in reverse. So again, you could be dealing with a love matter. All these cards was turned right. So the fact that they're turned in reverse, again, you feel unharmonized again in a relationship. Things are not going as wanted or as planned. You feel like maybe a disconnect with a certain person, a lover. This could be a water sign or somebody that has water in their chart. You got 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. All right, so dealing with a water sign or somebody that has water in their chart. Could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or an earth sign. All right, I'm going to pull all the cards and see what we have here. Now we have the King of Swords. You're trying to get, this is your immediate future. You will have mental clarity, all right? You will have intellectual power. You normally do, Geminis. You are one of the smartest signs next to Aquarius, but of course Aquarius is smarter. Hierophant and the Hangman. All right, let's pull the rest of the cards. Let's get one more for this King of Swords here. He's one to pop out for Google. 3 of Cups. Give me one more of how people see him. Again, some of you guys got third-party interference. Again, all right? You got other people in your relationships. Again, some of you are not being truthful about it. Or someone's not being truthful about it to you. Take it as it resonates. All right? Your hopes and fears. King of Wands. Again, some of you guys are hoping and fearing about taking action. You know you need to take action with something. You need to take action with your visions, all right? But some of you can feel that your impulsiveness or you have impulsiveness, you might be a little ruthless. You also may need to love on yourself a little bit more, okay? Some of you guys may want a new relationship somewhere. We got 2 kings here. So I don't know if it's same sex. All right, maybe some of you guys are confused about your sexuality. But let's get whether it's morally correct here with the Hierophant, whether people believe in it or not. So some of you might be stagnant with speaking your truth if it is confused about your sexuality here for some of you, or a new love. Might be afraid of being judged. But again, you need to work on yourself here with the self-mastery. Knight of Swords. Somebody very fast communicating, not thinking before they talk. Again, this could be you, Gemini. Crazy with Gemini also could be involved. Some of you guys don't want to be heartbroken. You also may be going through a thing of betrayal right here. You have Capricorn here as well. Taurus, Virgo. So some of you guys may be going through heartache, heartbreak, a separation. Feel like you've been betrayed. Sadness, trauma. You might have found out some type of communication that came very fast. All right. Someone not thinking, very impulsive. Again, behind it is the Death card. There need to be some endings so you can change. You need to have a transformation. Some of you guys might be resisting change. You might resist the inner purge. You might be resisting a personal transformation. Today is the 6/6 portal, so it is a good day to manifest what you like to move forward with. Again, what you have in the 6 of Swords in reverse. This is the root cause. Some of you guys are feeling stuck. You're trying to overcome some obstacles. You may be trying to move, relocate, and nothing is going in your favor. Why? Because you're not being honest with yourself about the things that you need to do. Let's get one more here with the Four of Wands. For some of you guys, you're involved in a third-party situation, okay? Third-party interference. I don't know if you're causing it or it's being caused by someone else, okay? But again, could be a fire sign or an earth sign or a water sign. They're all here. But if you're not being honest, someone's trying to play innocent, okay? But it might be a past childhood love, okay? A friendship, Five of Wands, drama. Drama for your mama, conflict, competition, okay? Some of you might be dealing with a Leo or an Aries. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Sun. You need to speak the truth. You need to find enlightenment. You need to be a little optimistic. You also need to have confidence about moving forward. You want to get to a place where you're happy, Gemini. I don't think some of you guys are very happy because you're in a disconnect with someone that you feel you miss, you love, okay? Let's get some more. What is this Five of Wands here for Gemini? What is the drama? The drama could be about finances, ego clash, obstacles with finances, other competition, other people inside your relationships. All right. Some of you guys are dealing with somebody that's very defensive. Okay. They could be trying to work, trying to wait on something. What's this waiting about? Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is normally known as the other woman. Okay. If you are a woman, this Sagittarius energy, and you're dealing with a masculine, there could be another woman involved. All right. Okay, that's the competition. That is the drama in this situation. Give me more about this other woman here with the Queen of Wands. But again, you need someone to speak the truth to you. You need the truth. You feel like you needing the truth to move on. This woman plays victim a lot. Okay, she plays victim a lot in this situation. You could be dealing with someone that's very interested or trying to focus on being a father, a good father, or bossing up and changing her life. This could be you or the person you're dealing with. Take it as it resonates. But again, for you to get control over your life, you need to be honest with yourself. If you're not going to get the truth, some of you guys know the truth. You already have a high intuition about what's going on. You also have fear of the truth. You play victim where you're dealing with someone that is dealing with someone that plays victim. Why does this person play victim? What is this victim here? But you need to be persistent about getting answers. Okay, we got Three of Wands again. So 3-3 here is relevant. You're waiting. You're trying to have foresight You're trying to wait for expansion here. But some of you are playing it small. You're playing it small. Okay, some of you guys could be waiting for a new financial opportunity, a manifestation to come in. Maybe you're trying to learn a new skill set, go to school. But right now, you are in a place where you're procrastinating. Okay, you're procrastinating, whether it's in a relationship, could be dealing with the air sign or someone that has air in their chart. Another air sign. So you're not having mental clarity right now, okay? Because you're not seeing the truth of a matter. Again, another 3. There definitely is a third party interference in this situation. All right? Somebody is doing something. All right? And I feel like it's being done. Sagittarius energy again. This is a charmer, okay? So this is somebody that comes in, charms you, say what they need to say. All right. They also are very jealous when they need to be, have an overactive imagination. Again, King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But this person is stable. Tries to look like he's very grounded, okay? But he is father, all right? But again, with this third party situation, there needs to be truth, all right? There needs to be clarity. Someone needs to be honest with themselves about what's going on. This person is laying down, is having a lot of burdens, okay? He also feels like he's going up against judgment. Maybe trying to have a rebirth with you, okay? But they can't have a rebirth with you until they get over their, be honest with themselves and get over their fears. They also may feel like they're betrayed, backstabbed, that they're hit rock bottom, or this is you with the Ten of Swords. You might feel like you've been betrayed or hit rock bottom dealing with the situation with this person. Again, now we have 3 women in here, a Queen of Swords, a Queen of Wands, and now a Queen of Cups. This person does love you, Gemini, or you do love this person. But again, there's being some two-facedness right here. Indecisive, avoidance, confusion, indecision here, all right? That's what you guys are known for, being very indecisive, okay? Not showing the true face, okay? So you got to be real with yourself. Again, with the Ace of Swords, you need to be honest, have a breakthrough, get some mental clarity. Give some mental clarity. Stop having clouded judgment, okay? Wake up. See, stop taking off the rose-colored glasses. Again, you will be facing karmic justice. Some of you guys might be going through some legal issues. All right, and the truth and honesty might come out, but I just said truth and honesty. This is a lot of karmic law, all right? You might be feeling isolated. Financial laws, you might also be worrying. But again, it's about your mindset. It's about your mindset. If you have lack mindset, I just was in this millionaire conference with these millionaire people. And it was like, and even though I teach this in my readings, if you change your mindset, you can change your life. But what he said is if you keep telling yourself, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. You eventually are telling the universe what? You can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. So you would never be able to afford it. Okay? So again, stop talking self-doubt. Stop talking down on yourself. Stop talking down on the situation. But still, you have to be honest about yourself and what's going on here. Okay? If you feel, incomplete with your partner, communicate. Speak the truth. Ask questions. Find out what's going on with them. Maybe you need to bear some fruit, what's going on with you. In the past, you did have a good connection with divine love, family, but right now you're struggling in relationships. You're struggling with your relationship. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of ego clash. Okay, this also could be in a friendship. But again, Stop acting like you know everything and get to the bottom line. All right. Stop acting like you have mental clarity and that you have quiet power, because you're definitely not speaking up out in front. Don't be afraid of speaking your truth. Some some of you guys might have anxiety or fear about a breakup, about a separation, about a betrayal. If this happened to you, please know that that was done for a favor. That was a favor done for you. You don't want to be in a relationship, definitely not in a marriage or a commitment. This is your feelings and your thoughts with somebody that you can't trust. You need to have a little bit more self improvement, okay? Because you're definitely having some uncertainty about this situation, about this commitment. This may go against everybody's morals and beliefs, but what is it doing for your beliefs? What is it doing for your morals? All right. If you're uncertainty, then that's the answer right there. If you're indecisive, that's the answer right there. Okay. That's about not moving forward. Six of Swords in reverse. You can't move forward with a situation that is slowly but surely breaking your heart, or that you're uncertain about because you don't have the answers. You might also feel like you've been in limbo. You're trying to wait for the answers. You're trying to get a high perspective. Okay. Again, some of this you might need to just surrender to the universe. The more that you want something, the more that you want to try to make it happen, the more you push it away. It's the law of the least resistance. So again, if you just let it go and leave it up to God, the Hierophant here, the universe, whatever you believe in, the more you will start to attract what you want, what you need. Okay, so self-improvement is here. You definitely need some self-improvement. You may also feel like you sacrificed a lot. You gave a lot to a certain situation, to a person. Got a new sub. Okay, so again, you may feel like you did a lot of sacrificing. You're trying to get a different perspective in the situation, and nothing is working out, or you're not seeing the product right now. But again, I feel like you have too strong of a grip on this situation, on the outcome, on this person. Okay? How other people see you. They see you in, a socialite. They see you celebrating. They see you going to parties and gatherings, but they also see you involved in the third party. Whether it's you doing the third party or the other person doing the third party. So again, they see you trying to plan. You have some personal goals, but you're not putting them into action. All right. You're kind of inconsistent with your personal goals or what you want to put in action, or your passions. All right. So again, you need to be the project. Yourself, your inner work. You need to be the passion project, not nobody else. All right, Gemini. So people see you as being, fear of the unknown, fear of moving forward, fear of planning or lack of planning. Your personal hopes and fears, okay? Again, you have to be a leader. You want to be a leader. You want to take entrepreneurship. You want to move forward with your projects, your passion projects. Again, but it takes patience. You need to be a little bit more patient in this situation. You also need a little bit more healing because you've gone through some things and you're misaligned. So you have to get into a place where you're self healing and you are a little bit more balanced. You might be doing some things in excess, okay? I didn't see the devil card pop out yet. Okay, those are addictions. But again, the temperance card is here, so it means the same thing. It also means that your guardian angels are definitely watching over you, and they're trying to redirect you. Here with the Ace of Cups, again, it could be new relationships. You need to do a little self-love, joy. Okay, some of you guys again could be having a baby here with the Ace of Cups. It could be a new gift from the universe. And it's trying to tell you, again, you need to work on yourself to heal yourself. If you definitely are pregnant, you need to heal yourself. Do some meditations. It doesn't matter whether you're pregnant or not. Do some meditations. Focus on healing yourself and the baby if you went through a lot of trauma. If you went through a lot of trauma, heartbreak, grief, all that gets stored onto the baby as well. Please remember that. Whether you're pregnant or you're dealing with someone pregnant. All right, potential outcome. You have extra responsibilities, the Ten of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be looking at completing a cycle that has been burdening you. You also may need to delegate some things to other people, ask for help. Nothing wrong with that. Hard work. Some of you guys might be trying to focus on work or trying to invest in yourself. Again, you may be trying to stay optimistic. You have new ideas. But you could be dealing with someone that's very immature. All right. A little extroverted. Could be you. But again, some of you guys might be a little too playful. Again, when there are burdens that are going on in your life, you might be a little immature with dealing with certain situations. Okay. These are things that you have to get some clarity about with yourself, which way you want to move forward and how. It is causing for you to have a rebirth, all right? To find your inner calling, to do this self-healing situation, okay? But you also need to get to a place where you have a little bit of self-mastery. You work on yourself. You have inner clarity. You do some self-development. Please remember, everything is not perfect, okay? But you can be perfectly imperfect. You might be repeating tasks or repeating certain situations that are leaving you down the same aisle. If you continue to do the same old things, you're going to get the same old answers or the same old outcome. And that is definitely the definition of insanity. So again, you have to change things up for you to move forward into calmer waters in your life. Even with the relationship, you can't continue to take on the same things. You can't continue to have the same arguments, the same discussions. You have to change things up a little bit. All right. Wow. The 4 came out. Foundation and achievements. So again, this is about your home life. This is about your happiness. This is about your overall happiness. Wow, I'm not even shuffling. I put that back. Let's see if it pops out. That was material harvest. And that is the 9th card, but it's also the 9th year. So again, you have to focus on your foundation, and your foundation is also within yourself. It's also within your soul. For you, I don't know if you ever heard, as above, so below, as within, so without. So if you want to have a better foundation, you have to get right with yourself first, in your inner soul, in your inner foundation. Then in the outside, that's what you'll have. You have partnerships and alliances. Again, another number 3. It could be, again, a third-party situation that's going on in your foundation. You need to have clarity about this. Find out what's going on. It also could be that you're about to work together with some major people that are coming up in your life. But again, you have to get firm within your situation. Okay, this could be a business venture. This could be a new job. But again, like I said and keep repeating, get some inner perspective. Get some self-mastery. Work on yourself, okay, before you do this alignment with anybody else. So you can be aligned with yourself. You might be feeling alone right now. Some of you guys are in solitude. Again, this is the 9th year. This is the year to, wow, I just was saying it. This is the year to really have a lot of self-reflection. Look back on past experiences. And that is the instance that I just burned. The number 6 is the self-reflect. So where you self-reflect, look back on what you have learned, your past experiences, your lessons. Okay, and how you're going to go into the next year, number 10, with these learned experiences in a new direction. Again, some of you guys need to work on your base chakra, which is your root chakra. Go on to YouTube, and I've been telling this with everybody, get your root chakra meditation. This is about your security. Some of you guys might have been seeing 4-4. 44. That is telling you that your angels are with you. All right. Again, in the past, now you got the 6 of right. You got moving on. So you will be eventually moving on from the light, from out of the light or a place where you were unclear into some sun here, into some clarity, into a better position, all right? Or you might have felt that you were getting clear in a situation. You was moving from dark times. But now the confusion is back again. The boredom is back again. You're discontent. You're not where you really want to be. Got judgment again. So again, you have to realize that you have to do the work on yourself first. You have to be honest with yourself of what you're going through, what you want, what you desire. Okay? And if you're with someone, you're going to have to speak this into existence. Okay? But you're also going to have to surrender it to the universe. Don't hold on too tight to anybody, anything, anything, anyone. All right? Because that is showing the universe that you don't trust them to give it to you. Okay? You don't trust them to heal the situation. You don't trust them to work in your favor. And you have the judgment twice. That is the universe. Okay? So give it all to the universe. Once you speak your truth, and wow. And it's funny, we're on the 6-6. There's 6-6 here. 666. Okay? 1-1. 4-4. 9-9. And 3 3s. All right, bottom of the, again, another 3. Solar plexus chakra. Again, you need to get right where your solar plexus. That is about your insecurities, your securities, your adrenals, your ovaries, your testicles. Okay, mainly about your self-confidence. Remember, our first brain was in our stomach. So if you're getting that gut feeling, you need to find it. You need to wear yellow, focus on your solar plexus chakra, do some mantras, some meditations. Let's get that chakra. What is that chakra? It is the key, it is color yellow as we see. The sound Ram. Ram. It is the element fire. And this is your pancreas and your adrenals. This is the word I can, okay? I can. The solar plexus chakra is located between the navel area just below the rib cage. It represents power, vitality, willpower, like I said, self-esteem and confidence. The energy center here is where your emotions or feelings are recorded. This chakra is associated with clear consciousness, your inner feeling, which is a major psychic reception area. I just said that. To balance this chakra, you may want to try yoga, dance, a little bit of movement, or breath work with the color. Wearing the color yellow with the breath work, okay? In addition, be aware of people who drain your energy vampires, okay? Third party situations, lower level bullshit, okay? That drain you of your energy. Workshops and classes that focus on empowerment will help you open and harmonize this area. Is that what's going on with my sub? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Am I going in and out? All right, what's the top of the deck? So some of you guys are being judged, well, financial and material changes. Again, number 5. It might be some changes in your finances. You might be experiencing some losses. But with losses, there will be some gains. But again, you have to work on your confidence, your self-esteem, your solar plexus here. All right. What's behind the solar plexus? Authority. Again, 444. You have to get authority over your life. You have to get control over your life. Some of you guys are trying to step into fatherhood, parenthood a little bit better. But again, this is about you ruling your own life. Ooh, spiritual birth, confirmation. You need to rule over your own life. You could be dealing with somebody that is a father. Okay? This person has you in trapped in fear. You need to get out of that with it in the reverse. So that's 88. Looks like all the synchronizing numbers. Once you speak your confidence, get out of this confident situation, you have things that will accelerate it in motion. Your wishes will accelerate in motion. She's like wishing upon a star here. You will have triumph and success. But again, you have to get to a place where you do that inner work on yourself. You can't just expect these things to happen without doing the work. That's everybody. Okay? That is everybody. That's why I'm doing these series. You have to know what to work on here. You got 111, 444, 333, 666, 77. Okay? With this commitment or this situation in spiritual union, you need to make judgment. All right? You need to make your inner calling a final say of what you want to do. Okay? But again, this is the Ace of Cups again. You need to start pouring into your own reservoir, your own love, your own cup. Stop being afraid to do so. You're a smart sign. Start using that intellectual power. Okay? It also, you might need to get, the authorities might be involved for some of you guys. If this is a pregnancy or a relationship, I do see the authorities. But again, you don't have to live in fear of the authorities if you're doing the right things. Or you're not lying, you're not stealing, you're not cheating. Okay, I did see a cheater in the pre-shuffle. I did see third party. I did see confusion. I did see lies. So again, you have to be honest with yourself. If you're not going to be honest, can't expect the truth from anybody, but you can expect it from yourself. So Gemini, you need to get into alignment with what you want to do. Again, people see you as having success, triumph. Cancer's energy. Some of you guys might be focused on getting a car. People see you driving around. They see you in a car. But you might be focusing on getting one. Getting transportation. Again, this is about putting one thing at a time in the focus and dealing with it. Dealing with it the right way. What does it say? God only helps those that help help themselves. So you have to help yourself. Nobody's going to come and save you but yourself. When things are left out of your hand, the serenity prayer, the things that you can change, God grants you the things that you can and cannot. Leave it up to God. Surrender it to God. Surrender it to the universe. Pray. Again, with the Temperance card. Call upon your guardian angels. Trust me, it works. It does. It calms my ass down. I have to remember where I'm at, I don't want to be at. Okay? But I need to call this in and give it up to the universe. And things start to change for me. I have a place, but it's now being revamped and remodeled for my liking. Okay? So slowly but surely, I will be out of this situation. But right now, like this, I have to have a little bit more patience. I will triumph and be successful. But I can't continue to harbor the energy of energy vampires because it is weighing down on me. It does make me a little, and I feel like it's almost the same thing for you guys. But you have to pour it into yourself, pour some love into your own water reservoir. So love can truly begin for you. All right? You have to let certain people go that are not the meant to be on your new path. You might be let go. You might be emotionally confused, okay, about certain situations. But again, for you to have material and spiritual prosperity, you might have to suffer in silence for a little bit. Okay, again with the number 9. In solitude, this is the year for it. You might have a lot of options and decisions, but it's about you choosing wisely. Okay? Not choosing the poisonous cup, not choosing the energy vampire, not choosing third parties. Okay? Choosing what is good for your soul, what is good for yourself. Coming out of a place of confusion and illusion, coming out of a place of lack and fear. Stop talking down and negative on yourself. Stop talking down and negative about your situations, because that's what you're going to manifest. All right? Now it's time to dig into the sword of light, which Archangel Michael. Oh wow, I didn't get the shuffle, guys, and nobody else got this. So increase your knowledge. Education brings power, brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul begins or needs. Again, you got the Hierophant here that is a spiritual teacher. Reach out to a spiritual teacher. Hello, I'm one, and I do have cards in my chart. Go to church, get into an institution. You might want to go into a new school, a new study. That also is the number 6. 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. All right? Picking up a new skill might help you with your employment, with your job efforts. All right? 26. Recognize signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert. Be open to divine guidance. Told you that with the Temperance card. Someone new is coming, okay? An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and your heart to that happiness that can enter your life. Again, it could be a new baby. It could be a birth. It says someone new, a new relationship. It doesn't say what kind. So be open to it. This is someone new for you to love, all right? So it's focusing on people that don't love you back or give you that energy back. Again, some of you might want to take a new course. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul belongs to. That's right under the 2 of Cups. 24. Again, another 6. So you got 6s here. Prioritize self-care. Like I said, you got to love yourself first. You got to put oxygen on yourself first. You do so much for others, but it's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. Okay? No is a complete sentence. No, I will not do that. No, I cannot do that. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than what you dare to dream. Another 6. On the 6. Be the real you. Be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Last but not least, another number 3, 12. Embrace your life purpose. I am guiding you toward your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. So she's writing. Some of you could be writing. Some of you, it could be drawing. Okay, whatever makes you feel good and joyful, that is part of your life purpose. Okay? All right, Gemini, that's it for you guys right now. If you want a personal reading, you can hit me up in my inbox, in my email, and you can put in the subject, personal reading. I'll get right to you, either by phone, either by email, and we can do it this way. I think I have a reading after this from my homegirl that is a Gemini. All right. Be you, love you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the tribe. I'm trying to get the 1K, guys. Thank you for your support, and I'm out. Bye.